On today's episode, networking for engineers and how not to be that guy. You know who you are. Dang.
Hey MisFits, Pavi and Nami back again to help you build your brand and kick ass in your career, you beautiful unicorn. Today we're talking about how to network like a boss, and we're addressing one group of people that we're intimately familiar with, engineers. But why?
Well, let me tell you a story. As an immigrant straight from Dubai going into engineering school, I spent most of my time in university keeping my head down because, engineering, and also being the quiet Asian because bullied immigrant. We were literally never taught to network. They were just like, do well, jobs will come to you, and that semi-worked for me. Yeah. But I never realized how many opportunities professionally I missed out on because of not networking. I'm now no longer an engineer, but I have my own video marketing firm, and networking is the number one thing that works when you're out on your own. And I'm still learning. And I feel like I'm at an advantage because I'm a people's. But what if you're an introvert out there?
Yeah, that's so true. So I had put out this question on my Facebook. Basically, it was, what do you think networking is and how do you do it? Of course, because we know so many Desi engineers, most people were like, yuck, I hate networking, I avoid it like the plague.
I feel you.
I know. And I realized it's because there's so much misinformation. I mean, everything we've been taught about networking in school is wrong. Well guys, bad news, you're gonna have to learn to network if you want to get ahead in your career or want to have a career at all. Because layoffs, visa issues, all that kind of BS does tend to happen. Good news, it doesn't have to be as painful. Here's exactly what you need to do.
Number 1, think of networking as relationship building. First things first, as an immigrant in the South Asian community, we are taught never to talk about our weaknesses, ask for help, or even brag about your wins. Sound like networking? Actually, networking is not dishonest or cheating. It's like building a friendship. It takes time and some real conversations and not just talking about yourself. Networking is how you show up on a daily basis with your professional and personal network. It's about building a meaningful relationship, giving more than you get, showing that you're competent and hardworking at what you do.
Hack number 2, build your network before you need it. Start building those professional relationships from today because you never know when you'll need them. If you wait until you get laid off or suddenly need a job, you have nothing to fall back on. By then, all you have to rely on is impersonal stuff like job fairs or sending your resume to your brother's friends, wives, cousins, and hoping that they pass it on to their HR. But again, why would they? They don't know you from anywhere and they have no interest in vouching for you. So dig the well before you need the water. Start right now.
Number 3, find innovative ways to network as an introvert. I've worked with plenty of introverts, especially Desi engineers like me. I realized really quickly these events are severely draining, especially when you have to do small talk with a bunch of strangers. But this was almost an excuse to not have to network at all. Like, I'm an introvert, I must naturally suck at networking. But guys, if you're going to the right types of events or going the informational interview route, there is no reason why you shouldn't have success at networking. And of course, you do have to have basic conversational skills, so maybe join Toastmasters or take improv lessons or even talk to a barista. That's a good way to practice small talk because you have nothing to lose. And if you're still dying, ask us, we'll help you.
Number 4, don't make it weird.
I can only think of making it weird now.
First of all, LinkedIn is not a dating site.
What? I've been swiping on people for no reason.
Desi men, you get a very bad rep on LinkedIn, and I'll tell you why. Most of my girlfriends, especially non-Desis, get tons of messages from creeps being like, hey sexy. It's like that other messages from Facebook. Yeah, just shut it down. Don't do it. Also, don't be shady. It's okay to have an agenda, but don't be overly transactional and like matlabi. Show interest in the other person before just launching into your pitch. And don't be that person who's constantly scanning the room for cooler people to talk to. It is noticeable.
Is it? Number 5, present yourself well. I know for a lot of immigrants, it's really hard to show up at these events, especially if you feel like you don't look like everyone else or your accent holds you back, or you have to make small talk and talk about football or pop culture stuff you may know nothing about. It's almost easier to not show up to these events and hide behind your resume or LinkedIn profile because you don't have to deal with these issues. But guys, it's 2019. Be yourself. Present yourself in the best way and people will respect you for your credentials and your personality. Polish yourself by finding well-tailored clothes. Practice your pitch in front of your family, the mirror, your dog, your friends. And of course, play out scenarios in your head so you're uber prepared when you get to those events.
Yeah. Alright, guys, get out there, build those relationships, and if you need help, email us or let us know in the comments below. Also, while you're at it, give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe. Alright, we'll see you soon with a brand new episode.
Bye!